Hey everyone, I'm Michael, and welcome to another video. As you can see, we're not off to a great start with the PlayStation, because, you know, it's black screen right now, and it is frozen. But, yeah, we'll get it working. Might have to, you know, do that. Flip the power switch. You'll see why I had to do that in a moment. But we're gonna have to go through, and you're gonna have to witness how fast it is to boot up for me on an SSD. Yeah, the PS3 crashed. That's great. So that's what that black screen was. But here, have an idea of how fast the disk checking is. And on the topic of disks, the reason this crashed was because I put in my Little Big Planet 3 physical copy, which is why I had to buy it digitally. My physical copy just flat out doesn't work anymore. Goes to a black screen and dies. And then this happens. Which is always fun. You know, you love booting up a PS3 and it's gotta check the disk and repair the database. All very fun things. So, you know, I'm gonna wait for this to do its thing and explain what this video is about. Because I have other Little Big Planet discs we can try. Specifically, Little Big Planet 1 Metal Gear Solid Edition and Little Big Planet 2 Collector's Edition. Which, you know, came with the Da Vinci and Sackboy bookends and the Sackboy plushie that I have long since lost, unfortunately. So I guess it's just a standard LBP2 disc, but either way, I have it. And I have LBP3, which crashes my PS3, so we're gonna take that out of the disc. You know, don't watch this. Don't. So we'll put that back in its case. And I will, you know, not open that and not run that app ever again. By the way, I've noticed something about the LBP3 disc is significant, or the LBP3 case is it's significantly lower quality than the LBP3 or LBP2 disc cases. They are the LBP3 one is way less sturdy and is not great. So, we're gonna start with the OG, the original Little Big Planet 1, which I'm hoping that's what's in this disc, because I can't tell, and I had this thing as a kid where I would, you know, oh look, this is a game case, I don't care what the label says, I'm done with this disc, I'm gonna put it in this case. But I do recall going through these and sorting through them at one point a year ago or so. So we'll see if what we get in the box is actually Little Big Planet, and it is. I'm getting pretty excited. This is LBP1 MES. Oh, I haven't seen that screen in forever. Now, this is a fresh PSN account. This has never played LBP1 in its life. So, it's probably installing DLC. And it's gonna take a lot longer than I'm used to in LBP3 because it's running off Blu-ray and not my SSD. But we're loading in. Orb of Dreamers. I miss this song.
Planet Earth. Or as the rest of the Omniverse call it, the Orb of Dreamers. The occupants of which spend so much time asleep.
Stephen Fry name-dropped the song.
Their vast imaginations humming away, charged with creative energy. Where does it all go? Up through a cerebroumbilical cord where it collects and melds with all the other dreamers' energy. And something wonderful happens. It forms a world, an ethereal dreamscape of adventure and possibilities. An abstract plane of beautiful wonderment just waiting to be explored. And you can go there now.
Ooh, license agreement. Let's accept that without reading it. I've pretty much signed my life away to Sony at this point.
Little Big Planet, you're a little sack person.
And I'm not
This
even
one is
dressed
you?
as Ash
Oh,
Ketchum.
bless. You're quite a cute one. Now, to move around, use the left stick. Just push it a little for dainty tippy toes, or push it all the way to run like your sacking depends upon it. And don't forget your 3 J's. Jump, jump, jump.
You
Give
timed
the
that
action
perfectly.
button a short, sharp press for a small hop, or hold it down for a huge, boundy leap. On you go.
I have never run into that as a kid, being able to push the little X circle thingy way past where it's supposed to go.
Now, you probably want to look stylish and sexy as you're gadding about Little Big
I
Planet.
sure do.
So you need to know how to get your kit on, or how to put your glad rags on. Press the menu button to access your poppet.
Objectively the best poppet
Now, the
color in
poppet
LBP 1.
is the most useful tool since some Swiss bloke welded a knife and a screwdriver together. So let's have a Sammy Shufti, Use the left stick to
Gonna
go through the
move
various
on.
icons on the Poppet main menu. Okay, it's time to shake things up a bit. If you tilt the wireless controller you're holding, you can animate yourself. Press the left stick to alternate between moving your head and your pelvis.
Pelvis! I didn't know you
can
could
change
animate
your
your
sub-person's
pelvis in Little Big Planet.
Using the directional button.
Again, that's
Now
good.
then,
Oh wait,
little smile. Press
they
the
don't let you move on.
Go on.
You have to wait till the video
Yeah, see?
finishes.
You're happy. Press the down button and you'll become down. Look at that. A face like a smacked bottom. Press the left button and you go all worried. What was that? Press the right button.
It
and
was
you get
my
all
PlayStation
cross.
slowly dying.
By holding down the limb buttons, you can use the sticks to control your arms.
Let me out. Let me through.
Yes, you can stop being mean and moody now. We're all
No, I
very
won't.
impressed.
Love this game, but I don't like playing through the tutorial. Oh, that's why I couldn't... I don't remember it being that short as a kid.
Your pod is a cross between your bedroom and your first shed. It's the place
I'm
you'll
never
chill
gonna
out
have a
in
shed.
between adventures and excursions, and you can have it exactly the way you want it. The controller, that thing back there, is your pod computer, your inventory and access device. Switch it on by standing in front of it and pressing the menu button.
I think I'd rather stand on top of it and press the triangle button. I didn't press triangle there. I pressed square. Alright.
If you were to stand on Little Big Planet and try to imagine a more astounding, fantastic, and creative place full of enthralling adventures, uncanny characters, and brilliant things to do, you couldn't. All
Well, I mean, there's
imagination
LBP
is
too,
here,
but okay.
And what you do with it all is entirely up to you.
I think I just offended the entire Little Big Planet community, by the way.
Collect the many and varied tools and objects to make your mark on this world. Just simply enjoy the people and puzzles they've set. Little Big Planet is the manifested embodiment of your perfect dream world. So let fly your imagination with just a touch of the action button.
I can't even access create mode until I play through the story, so we're gonna... I might do that on stream, tomorrow, because Little Big Planet streams every Saturday at 1 p.m. Eastern, but we're gonna move on for now, and we're gonna play LBP 2 and, you know, get that account set up. And it's probably gonna ask me to import my profile, but there's no point. Alright, so we take that disc out, because it's officially a collector's item at this point. Like, I don't think you can buy these firsthand, especially the MPS edition. We're gonna make sure that that's in a safe spot, and I don't think sitting next to an NVIDIA Shield is exactly the safest spot for it, but I'll sort that out soon when we're done the video. The next disc that we're gonna try out, again, it looks like the LBP2 disc. So, I'm gonna put it in the console and see if this works. I love the nostalgic sound of a PlayStation 3 Blu-ray drive sucking the disc in. Don't know why. Oh! Oh yeah! Because this is the collector's edition, I can go in and download things like Sackboy's Prehistoric Moves that are, you know, on the disc! I don't have a functioning move set anymore, but, you know, that's an option. I think this might even have, like, additional content I've never looked at. There's some PlayStation Home stuff. I don't know what this is. That's a trailer of some sort. That's another trailer. Probably for, like, LBP Vita or something. No, I don't think the Vita was out when I got this disc. Trying to think of what else this stuff could be. I don't know, but I'm hoping that... Oh, there's Mod Nation Racers. Remember that when that existed? I, I think... I think this is just a demo. Oh, or no? No? Mod Nations... That's a launch trailer, so this was out before. Oh, the old PSN logo. So yeah, it hips with the Mod Nation Racers demo for some reason, I guess. Why not? For some reason, there's a PlayStation Network tutorial. For context, it's taking me a while to read these because I'm blind and, you know, I can barely read. That's one thing that the PS3 is not good at, is accessibility. But this is kind of cool that this stuff is on the disc. But, of course, most of this is, you know, inaccessible because Mod Nation Racers is dead. PlayStation Home is dead. Most of these games are already released. I don't think I need a tutorial on how to use the PSN. I've used it for over a decade, so that's great. But we're gonna hop into the actual LBP2 disc and see if it boots. I really hope it does. That would be nice to go into LBP2 and, you know, unlock all the content, play through the story with you guys. I'm gonna do LBP1 this Saturday, and then LBP2 next Saturday, maybe, depending on if I am able to actually complete the game. And there it goes, asking me to import my profile. I'm gonna go ahead and say no. Ooh, this is something that LBP3 doesn't do, is lets me set the safe zone area, and because I have a monitor and not a TV, I can safely, you know, go in and set the safe zone to its maximum value of, like, just about here. Well, it's not its maximum value, but that'll get rid of the letterboxing of the game, which I particularly don't like. See, game dev alert here. The reason that console games do that sometimes is because they're intended to be played on TVs. And what are TVs traditionally meant to do? They're meant to let you watch television. Well, what does television historically have in its signal that you don't necessarily need to see? Closed captioning and sync signals. And guess what the TV does to present those signals to you? It overscans the pictures that you only see what you need to see. Guess what game consoles don't particularly like dealing with? Overscanning. Which is why if you've ever plugged a computer into a TV, you notice that the taskbar is cut off because the computer's like, it doesn't know that the overscanning is happening, so. And generally console games will let you set the safe zone area of the UI so that you can get around that. And by default in LBP, it's set to a level where most TVs won't overscan the game. But since I'm on a monitor, I don't need it. So they're still using Orb of Dreamers in the background.
Dreams, fantasies, ideas. Where do they go when life brings you tumbling back to the now? One by one, they drift away to the cosmic imagisphere. From the atomic to the galactic, they dance and they whirl unfettered by worry and concern.
Unless the LBP.me servers go down.
The wonder play. And sometimes, this dance creates something astonishing. Out pops a transcendental dreamverse, a remarkable place where the real meets the fantastic. And this vast expanse of imagination has a name. They call it Little Big Planet.
So this time he actually mentioned... Oh, look! It gives you a sneak peek of what LBP 2 is about if you've never played it. I got a trophy for that. I've done nothing.
Welcome to Little Big Planet. You are that little sack person.
I can't see the little sack person.
How cute. You can move around with the left stick. Push it
I
just a
can't
little
even
bit
set
for
my
slow,
UI colors.
tiptoey creeping, and all the way for a madcap dash to the finish line. Stay out of trouble by using the big J, a jump. Tap the action button for a precise, dainty hop, or hold it down for a dirty, great big leap.
Calling all LBP players, how do I unlock the arcade version of this song? Bounce pads!
It's not always the done thing to gad about the Little Big Planet surface as naked as the day you were stitched. Sometimes you need to be a formal Freddy.
Oh god. What did I do?
Costumes in Little Big Planet
I cannot
simple
see a
as
damn
being
thing in
dressed.
this
In
UI
fact,
right now.
It's even easier than the sniff it.
You mean my
bin it, or
black
wear it
poppet
system.
from LBP3?
Press the menu button to access your poppet
I still have to do it.
and use the left stick to browse the various icons. Press Action to choose one. Choose the customized
Gonna have to be white
character
Sackboy
menu
so that
to
I can
fling wide
see
the
him.
wardrobe doors. Now, your left stick allows you to browse materials, garments, colors, and even entire off-the-peg ensembles.
I'm sure it can. We're gonna move on. I remember this. You could shoot the little asteroid thingies and it would give you different developers' names. sackbots!
Always remember to utilize your thespianic melodramaticon visuale. That's your facial expressions if you're not a fluffy actor type. There's a whole range of expressions available. The directional buttons on the controller are your pastels and your fingers the...
Problem. The disc. The disc is not working. This is not supposed to happen. Just throwing that out there. It crashed. I hope I don't run into that if I... Okay, at least this time I can turn my PS3 off properly, but that's... great. Oh, that's never a good sound. That means the PS3 crashed again. Alright, let's turn it back on. I'm not entirely sure if I'll be able to get around that. I might have to just import save data from LBP1 and, you know... I can't turn my PS3 back on. It still thinks it's turned on. We're gonna, you know... This is great. Riveting content. Well, LBP1 worked perfectly. LBP2, not so much. LBP3, completely dead. I still want to see if I can get into LBP2. That would suck if I lost my collector's edition disc due to age. See, that's the big problem with these physical copy games, is after a while that does happen to them, even if you take good care of them. Discs don't last forever. Neither do SSDs, neither do hard drives, neither do digital storefronts. They don't last. But, you know, we're gonna give it a try, see if maybe different poppet colors or something like that lets you, you know, not die. But it does seem to be connecting to LBP Online, which I don't recall the game does when you know, don't have a save file. So maybe, you know, try to have the disc load in as little as it has to get into the game. And maybe, is there a way to return, or to skip the level? I don't know if I can. I guess we're just gonna have to go through it and, you know...
Welcome to Little Big Planet. You are that little sack person, right there. Oh, how cute. You can move around with the left stick. Push it just a little bit for slow, tiptoey creeping, and all the way for a madcap dash to the finish line. Stay out of trouble by using the big J, a jump. Tap the action button for a It's not always the dumb thing to gad about the Little Big Planet.
Stephen Fry, I don't want you talking right now. I'm worried. Let me get to my pod. I'm speedrunning this at this point. I really don't want to get stuck in the tutorial. No, shut up. Shut up. Shut up. That's where it crashed. Don't crash. No crash. No crashy. No crashy. Please no crashy. Yep, cool, do your thing, Negativitron, hurry up! Come on! Just do your thing! This music is very fitting for how I feel about the LBP2 disc right now. Like, that scared me. I'm glad we got through. I'm genuinely relieved.
In a world where imagination
Okay, no,
an ancient evil
I...
stood.
Skip. I've played through the story already.
So, this is your pod. It's really rather an invaluable piece of kit. You use your pod to choose games, find friends, and host social gatherings, all without worrying about clearing up afterwards. Notice at the front and center, there's a controller. That,
Yeah,
Miss
I get
Sackcharm,
it.
is your pod computer. Just stand in front of it, tap the menu button, and let the adventure begin.
Well, now that I know my disc isn't totally screwed, which is what I was really worried about there, I'm a little more apt to, like, you know, customize my pod and play through the game.
The
But that
pod
scared me.
computer, your gateway to all the wonders
And everything's locked out.
fantastics Little Big
So I guess we're gonna end that off here. So LVP1, perfectly fine disc. LVP2, a little bit of a weird issue there, but it's fine. In all honesty, that could have been just a bug with the level. It did worry me at first, but I got through it. It's not like the level itself couldn't load. So, yeah. I probably wouldn't, you know, have too much of the game running at once. But, you know, it works. I can boot into it. I can play it. So, I'm happy. Yeah, anyway, so yeah, this has been my little video on uncovering my LBP 1 and 2 discs and seeing if they work 10 years later. And to an extent, they do. LBP 3, not so much. But anyway, gonna, you know... I was gonna say maybe blow on the disc, see if that fixes it, but that's probably gonna make it worse. But, you know, we'll put this away and save it for the live streams that are coming up. I'm gonna do LBP 1 tomorrow, and I'm gonna do LBP 2 the following week. So stay tuned for that. As for LBP 3, I have no interest in playing through the story, so I'm not going to. It's mainly with LBP nowadays, I do create mode. That's my favorite mode, but I do want to play through the LBP 1 and 2 storylines just because you can get a lot of the content from there. And for LBP 3, like, I don't care about the story, like, you know, whatever. But anyway, that'll do it for this video. I've been Michael. I'm very happy that I didn't have to do any software updates for those games because they're that old. And as always, I hope you learned something. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope that you're not totally terrified if you're a Little Big Planet collector and saw me play a game that is slowly experiencing bit rot that you can no longer buy on the PlayStation Store. But anyway, I've been Michael, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.